All right, we are live.
Awesome.
We had a little technical difficulty and time zone issues, but we're here.
We're here.
Happy Saturday, everybody, and I am going to get sharing. So you, Kathrine, please introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are and where you're from and what you do.
I'm Kathrine. Some of you might know me as Dave's daughter. I'm from New Brunswick, and I am a musician and an actress.
Right.
Kind of aspiring actress.
Yes. All right. So today I'm sharing. That's why I'm not looking at the screen. But we're going to do some conversation. We're going to do some music. We're going to talk about all the things that you're going to be doing. It's going to be awesome. So why don't you let everybody know kind of you're going to be done. Well, I guess, are you done school now? Like, I know you're done, like, not going to school, but like you guys, are your exams still going to be at the end of June, or how does it work, or do you know?
They haven't. We're kind of doing like an online school type of thing, so it's I'm getting, as long as I do like a certain amount of online assignments, I get the credit for it. I don't think there's going to be exams because it's very hard to make sure we don't cheat with exams online.
Ah, yes. I never thought of that.
Because it'd be pretty easy to just have your phone behind it.
Right.
Not that I wouldn't do that, but...
No, I wouldn't have done it either.
But, yeah, I'm not really into many, like, super hard classes. I did my sciences and maths last semester, so I'm just in 2 different music classes and an English. So that's it's going pretty solid, but...
Yeah. And what are you looking at doing after you're done school? We talked about this behind the scenes, but let's talk about it now.
I'm gonna apply to 2 different film schools and also a couple of their universities. I want to be an actress, so I'm gonna apply to Vancouver Film School, maybe Toronto Film School, and I'm gonna apply also to St. FX and Waterloo University for a couple different things too.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So when you want to go to school to be an actress, how does that work? I have always been curious about that. So can you kind of talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I haven't read too much into the Toronto Film School program, but the one in Vancouver, it's like a year-long intensive program, and you learn everything about the industry. So you learn like how the cameras work and how you should look at them, and different ways to deliver lines and different ways to interpret lines, and like you learn all the things that you don't know. They really just try to teach you absolutely as much as they can, and then send you out. And you leave the programs and stuff with connections and things like that. Like you have a manager and a agent and headshots and just different connections in the industry with stuff like that to help you get started.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I think that's really cool.
That is very cool. So what made you, what gave you that inspiration to want to become an actress?
I've always really liked doing like stuff in the arts, and I took like these little acting camps and stuff when I was a little kid, and I just thought it was like so much fun, but I never really considered it as a career. Because like everyone in my dad's side of the family is super into business, and everyone on my mom's side of the family is like a bunch of different things, like nurses and police officers and stuff like that. So I didn't really think it was an actual like option.
Right.
But then when I learned that you can actually go to school for stuff like that, and it's not just like hopefully it happens, it's like there's more opportunities and stuff like that, I decided that I would follow it, because it's always been something I wanted to do, but not something that I knew I could actually accomplish. And then when I found out I could, it was just kind of like, why wouldn't I do that?
Right. Yeah. So what kind of acting would you like to do? Are you more like serious roles, or a little bit of everything, comedy and serious, or what would you like?
I think like I had like a little list of goals for like different roles that I want to play. This might sound a little bit funny, but I really want to play like just a like villain. I think that would be like so much fun to be able to like do that. But I want to more kind of film and TV, but just more serious roles.
Right.
Comedy would be fun too, but more serious roles is kind of what I'm going
You
for.
might have some inspiration at home with that, right? Or maybe you don't think so. So we're going to touch base on that a little bit more, because we are going to talk about your TikTok account and how important it is for everybody to go to your TikTok.
My TikTok account.
Not your dad's. This is the plea we're putting out there. Tell everybody where they can find you on TikTok.
I believe it's Kathrine George 26. Let me just double check, make sure I have it all right.
We'll
so
put
that
it in the
everyone
comments
can go
after.
follow me on TikTok.
Right.
It's Kathrine_George.
Nice. We are going to have, because I want to see the cake your dad bakes you when you hit a certain amount of followers.
Yeah.
I think it's, that should be returned, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I still have that video up or not, but yeah, when he hit 500,000 views on one of his videos, right. I baked him a cake.
Yes, you did. He told me about it, and I laughed so hard. I was like, that's not going over very well. You're lucky you got a cake.
The cake was more for me. It was to make me feel better.
There you go.
I didn't have 500,000 views. That was more what the cake was for. It was for me.
Right. Yeah. So you started. Now I remember when your dad posted a video of you. Now that's, I think, 2 years ago, was it? With you just kind of playing at home, and just you were just kind of, I think, starting maybe to learn guitar. Was that 2 years ago?
Yeah, I started about 2.5 years ago, yeah.
And are you taking lessons, or you're self-taught?
I took lessons with Dean, and he owns the music store uptown there, and he was really great. I took lessons with him for about a year, and now I take lessons with Will Davidson, and he's my school teacher.
Oh, okay.
So I take lessons with him now. Obviously, they're canceled now because of Corona. We can't really go anywhere, but...
Right. All right, so we want to hear...
Dad, get out!
Oh, hey! He's not supposed to be on here.
I can't hear you. She's got a headset on.
You're going to spill my tea.
Oh. She just mad because I'm kicking her ass on TikTok. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And I am a funny guy. Come on.
Yeah. No campaigning.
Get out of my room. You're not in my... This is my music studio.
Come on, Tucker.
No, he'll spill my tea. Oh, my goodness.
It's all
not
good.
Okay.
It's Jeez, what do you do with parents nowadays, hey? You can't keep controlling your parents. I don't know. I'm not sure. They're out of control. They need to lift the quarantine so they can go back to work, right?
Yeah, they really do. Not so they can go back to work, so I can just go somewhere else.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So actually, saying that, you have helped your dad with work in his company.
Yeah, quite a bit. He actually started a driveway sealing company before he started an insulation company.
Yeah.
And I started helping him with that when I was 9. I was 9 years old.
9?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But it wasn't super hard labor. It was hold this piece of cardboard in place while I spray the driveway. But
right.
Yeah, so it's been quite a while that I've been working with him.
Yeah, I know. If anybody's watching, and we've got people on here probably watching from Spray Foam Worldwide, he brags about you all the time about what a good helper you are.
That's nice to know.
Yes. So, what was it like working with your dad?
I really liked it because I'm a really hard worker. I think that I think at least that I learn stuff pretty quickly, and I can catch on to stuff and just kind of do them. It was me and my dad are really close, so it was a lot just we were just hanging out, but we were also working. And I'm not actually spraying foam. I'm just covering windows and sweeping and stuff like that. So it wasn't really too difficult. We have a lot of fun and do some inside jokes and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
I think it's fun.
You guys will have to do, if you haven't already. I think I follow your dad on TikTok, but now I have to follow you because I didn't know what your TikTok was. So I will follow you. I don't know what I'm doing over there, so I mainly just scroll and laugh and just, oh my God, people are pretty creative over there.
Yeah, there's lots of really cool stuff on that app. It's definitely gives a lot of people a creative outlet, if that's what you want to call it.
Right. Yeah. So, what are you gonna? You've got some songs you're gonna sing for us, right?
I have a couple. I think 3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why don't you go ahead and let's have the first song and tell us what you're gonna sing, and we'll just enjoy.
Okay. I'm gonna do "Fox on the Run" by Sweets.
Yes.
Get my chord sheets here set up.
And hello to everybody who's watching us. I'm looking at my laptop, that's why I'm looking over there. But yes, hi everybody that's watching, and Welcome to the concert. Welcome to Kathrine's concert.
All right. I wanna know your name, 'cause you don't look the same the way you did before. Okay, you think you got a pretty face, but the rest of you is out of place. You looked alright before. Fox on the run, you scream and everybody comes. Run and take a run and hide yourself away. Fox on the run. You talk about just everything, but you need to use your second hand. I've heard it all before. I don't wanna know your name, 'cause you don't look the same the way you looked before. The fox on the run, you scream and everybody comes. Run and take a run and hide yourself away. The fox on the run and hide away.
Awesome! I wanted to sing, but I can't sing, so I'm not going to, I'm singing in my head. That was great.
My guitar's been slacking a little bit because I've been trying to learn how to play piano on my time off, so I haven't been paying much attention to my guitar, but it's getting there.
Now, piano, so are you just doing that on your, are you taking lessons on that, or are you just starting that on your own too?
See, like, my lessons with my music teacher, it's more of just like a general music lesson, so we do quite a bit of like music theory, and then he'll help me with like guitar and piano, but it's mostly guitar, and then I have a separate teacher for voice as well, but...
Okay. Yeah. That's awesome.
I didn't take too many voice lessons before we had to cancel everything because of this virus, but it was still helping.
You have a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
Yeah. So when you are taking lessons for voice, what is that like? You just go in and sing. How do you have to train how to breathe, right?
Yeah, I have a decent amount of breath control. Like, it's not like I'm running out of breath, because I'm in the choir as well at the high school. Okay. So there's like a lot of like Celtic pieces and sacred pieces that we do. So I need help with those sometimes, but it's really about like tongue placement, and it's about warming up your vocals and knowing your vocal range, so you're not like trying to sing way out of it or way below it, because that can actually really damage your vocal cords. So it's about like more technique as well, and like reading voice, so being able to just, I don't know if I have any with me, probably not, being able to just being like given like a piece of written music on a sheet, and you like sing that, and then being able to. So that's kind of some of the stuff that we work on, which is good. And
that's very cool. So what would you say would be your favorite kind of music? What's your favorite, the words I'm lost. What's
like
your favorite genre? Yes, thank you.
It kind of, honestly, it really depends on the mood that I'm in, because like I really like jazz. I did a project on like the whole history of jazz and how it went from like ragtime to just a jazz. It's hard to play. Yeah. So I think listening, definitely like jazz or rock. I really like musical theater. So it's it's really just a big mix of a bunch of different stuff.
Right. Yeah. Is that something you would like to do, is musical theater?
I'm not a very good dancer, so maybe I could do like a couple like background characters or stuff like that, but you have to have a very specific sound. to be able to do musical theater, like a really
like Broadway
bright,
stuff.
yeah, like a really
Yeah.
bright kind of timbre or noise. You have to be able to sing like certain techniques and stuff like that, and that's not really my thing. I'm not very good at that yet, but I'm working on it. So maybe
Yeah.
like in the future, a small
Yeah.
role or something like that, but that's
Yeah.
not like my ultimate goal.
Right. Yeah. I've got my cousin's son, so I'm not sure what that is, second cousin. I don't know. Anyways, he's a relative of mine. I think he's about your age too. They live in Brockville, and his thing has been like musical theater and Broadway and stuff. And I know what you're saying with the different kind of sound, because they have, it is a very,
Right.
there you go. Yes. It's very, it seems like it's pretty like quite powerful with some of the things that he does that I've seen that his mom has posted and stuff. So yeah, it's a different technique.
I've worked on like a couple things like that, but not as much, because on the other stuff I was more learning it like, oh, I can play guitar and do this.
Yeah.
But musical theater is a little bit of a different thing. Like I do the musical and stuff that's at the high school. We were going to do Mamma Mia this year, but that got canceled, sadly.
Right.
So maybe more community musical theater rather than like big stage kind of stuff.
Yeah. Have you you've done a little bit of performing outside of like school and stuff, right? I saw some video of you I don't know if that was at a community center or like some kind of now that was maybe a year ago.
I've done a couple of different things, yeah. The school, like they hold like big coffee houses and stuff where everyone can get up and play, and we have like shows, and I do most of those. But I played Dooryard Festival, which was a big like art festival. I sang Ring of Fire. And then there was there's this big run at Ribfest, and it's like this big run, and they donate all this money to like cancer research and stuff like that. And I got to actually sing at the candle lighting ceremony last year. And I thought that was really cool. I sang What a Wonderful World, and then a song that I wrote that I can't find the music to anymore, but it was really great to be able to do that.
Yeah. So, and do you write a lot of your own stuff?
I try, but it's really hard. I'm not a very good like writer. Like I can figure out that a chord pattern will sound really good, and I can figure out, whoa, my piano just started yelling at me. I can figure out what would sound good, but the words that go over top of it is a little bit more difficult.
That's a bit of I can imagine, like trying to match that up with what music, and that would be challenging for sure.
Yeah.
We've got, who is on here? We've got Katie Hedrick, we've got Richard, and I can never pronounce his last name, Chris Bierman, your dad was on here. We've got Caitlin O'Brien, Alita that I work with through Cortez. We've got a few people on here. So
awesome.
Yeah. So why don't you sing another song for us?
All right, let me get some music up here. Gotta get my chords all set up. Using my music stand to hold my father's iPad, so hopefully it doesn't fall down. Let's do this here. Okay. Alright. Just gonna. Yeah. Okay, hold on. We'll do this for a second.
Yeah, you're all good. As you may have noticed, we aren't like high tech. Well, we're a little bit high tech, but whatever goes is what happens on A Coffee with Carla.
There. I think that'll work. Maybe not. Edit it a little. Oh, I'm knocking all my papers over. Okay.
Alita, you are so right. Alita said she's so pretty waiting for her music.
Oh, thank you. Okay. I'm going to sing House of the Rising Sun. It's my favorite song to sing.
Awesome.
They call the rising sun. It's been the ruin of many a poor boy in Carlisle. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Now the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and a trunk. And the only time that he's satisfied is when he's on a trunk. Oh, mother, tell your children not to do what I have done. Spend your life in cemetery and the house of the rising sun. I got one foot on the platform, the other on the train. I'm going back to New Orleans to wear that ball and chain. Well, there's a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun. It's been the ruin of many a poor boy, and God, I know I've won. All right, I like that.
Wow, girl, you can sing.
Thank
Holy
you.
cow.
Wow.
You've got such power in your voice.
I've been working on trying to belt a little bit more healthy.
Dang, like that's, I can't, is that okay, so I guess this is probably, all my questions are going to probably sound silly, but I don't
okay.
really know much about the behind how this all works, but like when you're picking a song, how hard is that song to, that seems like it's a hard song to sing.
Not really, because
No?
there's a lot of, the thing what a lot of people don't understand about like singing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
My lights are gonna fall down. No, they're not. It's okay. I'm sorry. I'm like,
Well, I had a little
squirrel.
excitement. It's all good.
No, thing that people don't understand is there's a lot of different like timbres that you can use when you sing, which means like tone of voice. Like that sounds, you use a little bit more of like a Western kind of twang, and it sounds like it's coming like right out and loud, but it's really just about breath support and stuff like that. Like you can sing something. Here, I can give you an example. Like
Yeah.
Here's a song that I was.
Give us a music lesson.
Like if I remember the chorus. Like if you were to be like something that would be on Broadway or whatever, that would have like a really, really bright, like really good timbre. So it'd be like, she's messy, but she's kind. She's a lonely. I don't really know that song very well. All of this are mixed up and baked, beautiful pie. She is gone, but that's the wrong chords. Well, let's not use that as a good example, but you sing something, you can sing it like super, super bright and open. Yeah. So just like lots of like vibrato, but when you sing something like that, you need to use more of like a Western kind of tone. Like there's singers out there and stuff like that almost all their songs sound like it's being sung by a different person, but it's really just the way that they're singing and projecting their voice, and like the way their tongue is being like, if your tongue is like this, you're going to project way out, and if it's like this, you're going to like not be very loud, and that's kind of ways to control it, and just stuff like that. Like you can sing a note like 6 different ways. Like you can like you can get it deeper, you can get it like, and there's also different octaves and different things that you can do with that, and it's just a lot of like, it's a lot of style and just how,
right.
excuse me, like a lot about vocal range as well and what you can do with that kind of stuff. So it's not too hard. It can be hard if you do it the wrong way, but
right.
yeah, it's all about keeping your voice healthy and not straining it.
Well, and that's the thing, because I think too, when you're using your voice and it's powerful, like when it sounds so powerful, it must, so what do you do? Do you do a lot of things to like prepare before you sing with your voice to take care of it, or how does that work?
When we were doing musical and stuff, like if we're getting ready for a really big group performance, it's a lot of like, don't talk very loudly. Obviously, you kind of have to be like reasonable about that, and you can't be like, hey, come here, like what are you doing? Like you have to spare your voice. So there's a thing saving your voice, but also like, excuse me, it really comes down, you need to eat healthy and you need to drink a lot of room temperature water, not cold, not warm, room temperature water.
Oh,
like
really?
Just tons. And like a lot of the things that people think that help, like halls, no. If
really?
You're about to, that's good if you have a cough, but if you're gonna perform, no, don't do that. Don't do that right before you perform.
So warm water, like room temperature water.
Yeah, like room temperature water, because if it's cold water, sometimes it can, like, I don't even know exactly why, but my musical director always says room temperature water, please, for the love of everything, do not drink hot water or cold water, just like room temperature water. Eat super healthy, sleep is super important. If you sleep 3 hours and do this incredible performance, and you sleep 8 hours and do this incredible performance, the one that you sleep 8 hours for is going to be so much better, because it literally everything that you do affects the quality of your voice somehow. So it's really about all the little things and like building up to it.
Yeah. So not a lot of, what is the other thing people do when they've got a sort of, honey is a big thing.
Honey helps, kind of.
Does it coat, like, because it coats your throat, I guess? Or I don't really know, but yeah.
If you have like some tea with honey, that's not, but you don't need to like drink it. Like it's, if you go into like, let's say it's a show week or something like that, and if you go into a show week and you're in your room absolutely belting as loud as you possibly can in your head voice and in your chest voice and like right out of your throat, you're not going to have any voice left. There's nothing that you can do. Like there's no like special, like anything that you can do to fix it. You need rest. It's all about rest and not pushing yourself too much. That's why I was kind of nervous when you asked me to do this, because I actually, since I had no school and I had time off school, I was just singing all the time. And I kind of strained my voice a little bit, so I did take a couple of days off and just let it rest.
I was so excited that you wanted to come on, because like I know your dad messaged me and he asked me, and I'm like, yeah, of course she can come on. What are you even asking for? Of course. Because of the stuff he shared, I've always just been blown away when you sing, because your voice is incredibly beautiful. And I was thrilled you wanted to do this. So I thought, and especially right now, because it's this weird thing we're all living through, I thought, you know what, it's a very cool thing to do, and have some music and just sing, and just like totally something different that people have never, on here, we've never had anybody sing. So this is such, you're the first one. So it's really cool. I'm so happy you agreed to do this. So what are your thoughts right now about what's going on? Let's get it from your perspective, from the younger generation's perspective.
I think it's obviously like really important that we follow all the guidelines. I'm actually a really political person. I'm really into politics, very much so.
Okay.
So I follow quite a bit of it, and whoa, my earbud. So I think it's definitely important that we continue to like follow the guidelines and everything like that. But like I think Canada is doing a pretty good job. We don't have any cases left in New Brunswick. There was 118.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, there was 118. We've had 2 weeks without any like diagnosed new cases of corona, and
very good.
Yeah, it's been I think there's 118 people who had it and 118 who recovered. Like nobody passed away from it or got too sick.
Right.
So I think that we're doing pretty solid as a country.
Are you guys going to start reopening pretty soon?
Yeah, we're
like
going to
slowly, kind of.
We're doing like phases. So I think the health minister of New Brunswick, or however someone who's responsible for that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
came out and announced this thing that was like phase 1. So phase 1, you can do like 2 households can go together as long as they're like within 6 feet and whatever.
Yeah.
And I think they're reopening golf courses and fishing and hunting seasons.
Ah, okay, that's good.
And then phase 2 is like some other stuff and
Right.
a couple restaurants and just like we're slowly but surely kind of recovering a little bit. What's really disappointed me with everything that's going on is the amount of like racism that people, like Asian people, are facing is disgusting. It is disgusting. It really is.
We've had, because there's a high population in Vancouver of Asian people, and we've had a sign put up in our building to like that isn't acceptable, and I haven't witnessed that myself, but I mean, I think the stuff you see that is so horrible, it's like, this isn't the time to be, like we have to get through it. We're better to do it together. We're better, and everybody's circumstances is different. So when I always say we're in this together, I don't mean everybody's in the same boat. I mean, we all need to just follow what we're supposed to do. Let's, use our heads. It's frustrating and it's hard, and that's just how it has to be.
And I really, I understand that everyone's stressed and whenever, I went into a store the other day and this lady was, up front covering for one of the cashiers, whatever, and I just said to her, I was like, hey, thank you so much for being here, because I know what it's like to be an essential worker. I'm working with my dad, and I'm working in a pizza shop and whatever. And I was like, thank you so much for being here and working, and you guys are the reason that we're staying open. And this lady almost started crying because this young girl, my age, it was her 16th birthday, and this man was in such a rush that he screamed at her so much that she ran off crying, went home. I think that especially, I know everyone's getting really fed up with having to social distance, and I know that it's really hard for everybody, but at the end of the day, if we have respect for each other and we just take our time, this is going to be so much easier. Quarantine or social distancing or whatever wouldn't be so difficult if people could just have a little respect for each other.
Exactly.
Really. And with people being racist and stuff, and people are getting Asian or Oriental people are getting assaulted. How ridiculous do you have to be to go up to somebody who you think has a contagious disease and hit them?
Right.
That's kind of stupid in my eyes.
Kind of a little bit it doesn't make sense. And I agree with you. Those people I have friends who are in the healthcare field, and I've got friends that are working as essential workers in stores and stuff. And it really, that we do the cheer at 7:00 every night. And it's important to me that we participate in that every single night. And it's so funny because I'll get busy or I'll not be paying attention to the time, and we'll hear the horn blow. And I'm like, oh, we got to go out there, jump up and get out there, because it's we need to show those people, and it's everybody in those fields. If you're working it's doctors and nurses, but it's also the people who are the janitors and the cleanup people and the, people working in medical clinics and all of those things. It's everybody that they're on the front lines, and they do need to be recognized. And you're right. Saying thank you to those people, maybe a little bit more than normal, does make their day. Yeah. Because people do treat them terribly.
Yeah, and it's just, it's so disappointing to see that people do that and stuff. My best friend, her father is a doctor in the emergency room, and I know that her family has obviously been so stressed.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
But, they've gotten through it together, and, they have a very, very full house, but they've gotten through it together, and, you know what I mean? It's been really rough for everybody, but the people that are doing what they need to be doing are going to be fine, and the people that are, out in other places who are rallying and being this close together, then they're going to cause problems, and that's on them. Right. You know what I mean? I know that I'm not going to be responsible for anyone getting sick because I'm in my house and I'm doing what I need to be doing.
Right.
So that's
just what it's. Yeah, we all have to do our part. That's very true. All right. So what else do you have for us for songs? Right. Let's sing another song I'm singing with you. I am singing with you, but I'm doing it in my head.
Fine. Oh, my sheets are all unorganized here. I'll do this one. See if I can set this up on my music stand here. There's quite a bit of pages.
Mike will be like, what's she doing moving her phone?
I'm sorry.
It's okay,
I'm
Mike.
sorry.
She'll put it back, I promise.
I'll put it back. I promise. I promise I'll put it back. I promise. Okay. See? I put it back.
There
Don't
we
worry.
go. It's all good. It's all under control.
It's all under control. Except my music is falling all over the place, but it's okay. We'll get it under control.
Yeah.
And there we go. Okay.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to sing Like a Stone by Audio Slave.
Oh, okay.
Down a little bit.
Awesome.
Cobweb afternoon in a room of emptiness by the freeway. I confess I was lost in pages of a book full of death, reading how we if we're good, day to rest anywhere we wanna go. In your house belong to me, room by room, patiently away for you there, like a stone, away for you there, alone. On my deathbed, I will pray to the gods and angels of the graveyard, anyone who could take me to heaven, to a place I recall. I was there so long ago, sky confused, so I was dead, and there you led me on. In your house alone to be, room by room, patiently away for you there, like a stone, away for you there, alone and on until the day was gone. I sat in regret for all the things I've done, for all that I've blessed, and all that I've wronged. In dreams I will wander on. In your house I long to be, room by room, patiently. My chords are a little off for that one because it's a different
Awesome.
version that I was used to.
Yeah. Oh, that was
But it's
great.
okay.
I tried to learn guitar many years ago, and I didn't have the patience for it. I just want to be able to play. I don't want to practice. I just want to play.
Yeah. It's a lot.
It's hard.
It is really hard. It hurts your fingers.
It really
It
does
does.
hurt your fingers. Yes. I know we've got a bunch of people in Spray Foam Worldwide that are like, there's a number of people in there who are like they play drums, guitar, like there's a ton of them in there. So it's be interesting to get everybody, when this is all over, if we could get everybody together, it'd be cool to have a group.
That'd be cool.
Spray foam
worldwide band.
Right? Like, there you go. I think that would be very cool. Well, we've almost been an hour, so.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah, it goes by so fast, but I just kind of wanted to say, just again, thank you so much for coming on. And I am thrilled you wanted to come on. You're welcome back anytime.
I was super excited. I'll definitely come back.
Yeah, so why don't you let everybody know where they can find you on Instagram, TikTok, and wherever else you are.
Hold on.
And we'll put them on.
Make sure I have my...
We'll put them in the comments, too.
Okay, on TikTok, it's Kathrine, spelled Kathrine _George, and that's just it. And then on Instagram, it's Kathrine, spelled Kathrine _George 26.
Yeah.
And then I have a new Facebook page, and if you want to like that would be great.
Yeah,
and
we'll put the link in the comments. Yeah, we'll put we'll put all that in the comments. And the other thing, there will be a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna be setting it up soon. I gotta do some little planning because I don't want to just have a YouTube account like sitting there. I want to know what I'm gonna do for like some videos and stuff, and might do little like some skits and a couple monologues and some music, and I think that'd be really cool.
That would be awesome. I'm really excited to see where you go and where you take all this. I think one day we're going to be able to look back and go, we knew her when.
I hope so.
Thank you. We will, I'm pretty sure. And if you end up coming out this way, you and I will be definitely getting together.
Yes, definitely. Yes. We'll get together for an actual cup of coffee.
That would be so nice. I would love that. So is there anything you guys want to, or is there anything you want to say to kind of wrap things up? And then if you want, I'd love for you to end it with a song too.
I don't know if I have anything left. Hold on.
Oh!
I might run out of chords. Okay. I got one.
There we go.
Yeah, but thank everyone for watching, and yeah. I thought this, my headphone. I thought this was super fun. I'd love to do it again.
Yeah.
Thank you to Carla and Mike for helping me out with everything and get all set up. And
we're gonna get people knowing who you are, and we're gonna spell your name right because Mike and I both spelled it wrong.
Okay. All good.
Oh my goodness! We were saying that before. I couldn't tag you and stuff, and it was because I was spelling your name wrong. So yeah, our bad, but we know better now. So we'll be able to help you more. But we'll let you round everything out with your song. And thank you everybody for joining us. This was such a real treat, and we will let Kathrine do her beautiful singing, and we'll see you guys all next week.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do "What a Wonderful World" because I think it's nice.
That's beautiful.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, bright blessed days, dark sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world, the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to What a wonderful world, I think to myself. What a wonderful world.
Beautiful.
Yeah, awesome.
That was so good.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it was great. You did awesome.
Awesome.
You really did great. Thank you so much. And like I said, come back anytime.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Yeah, we'll have another sing-song fest, and it'll be great.
Yeah,
We'll
awesome.
we'll also help you with like what Mike was talking about too. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you later.
All right. Have a good Saturday night.
You as well.
All
Awesome.
right.
See you later. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.